Welcome to the Boomer Briefing Podcast, where we help you solve a critical business issue in 20 minutes or less. Hi, my name is Sandra Wiley. I'm the president at BoomerConsulting, and today I'd like to talk with you about the client accounting and advisory practice, and particularly what are some items that really create an exceptional CAAS practice. When I talk about this, I'm actually going to give you about 9 different areas, anywhere from 9 to 12. I'll kind of go through them today. We'll see how much time we have. I could take any one of these things and make an entire podcast out of it, but I want to set you up with what are some of those things, those pieces of a CAAS practice that you need to figure out in order to really create an amazing part and strategy of your firm. So let's get started. The first thing that you'll need is a strong management team. When I talk about a strong management team, you have to have somebody who's passionate and really wants to drive CAAS within your firm. You also have to have the support of all of the partner group. It is really, if you really want CAAS to sing, to really make a great emphasis on your clients, having that strong management team is super important. You have to have some interdepartmental planning. One of the things, or this is the second item for you, and that's interdepartmental planning, and that is strategic planning specifically for CAAS. I believe every department should do this, whether it's tax or whether it's a specific niche. All of them have to drive and intersect with the overall strategic plan that you have for the entire firm. But that interdepartmental planning does a couple of things. One, it does give you a roadmap and it gives you a vision of where you want to go. It also creates great camaraderie and the connection that you need with your entire team. So make sure you're doing that interdepartmental planning. Number 3, you need a good business development structure. How are you going to bring in revenue for your CAAS department? That is horribly important, obviously. And interestingly enough, I think it is one that we forget sometimes or that we overlook. We think it's just going to happen, particularly right now, because we have so much businesses just walking through the door. But you want to make sure that you have the right clients coming through the door, that you're having the right services for them, and that you really have a strategy around what you want business development to look like in your firm. Number 4. What are the key performance indicators, the KPIs that you are really going to watch to make sure that you're building a CAAS practice that is doing everything you want it to do? When I talk about key performance indicators, oftentimes we at BoomerConsulting will talk about the 5 dials. What are the 5 KPIs that you can really watch to see if you're doing what you say you're going to do within your strategic plan for the CAAS department? Number 5, what's your organizational structure going to look like? When you look at the structure, the people that are going to be making up the team that's in CAAS, what is that going to look like? Is it going to be the tried and true professionals that we've had of the past? Always very important. But are there some new people that we could add to the mix that really create more strategy? Or maybe they create more business development, or maybe they create a new niche within the group that we have. What is that organizational structure going to look like? You will most likely talk about that during your interdepartmental planning, but I also would tell you, keep your eyes and ears open for what your peers are doing. Keep your eyes and ears open for what some new things that are coming along, new people that are coming out of the woodworks that are helping us to be better. What's your master project process going to be? Number 6. In other words, what are the processes that you are going to follow in the CAAS department? How are you going to onboard people? How are you going to work with people on a day-to-day basis? Are you going to have specific groups of services that you're going to offer to people? And what structure are you going to put around that? I really encourage you to look at your processes early and often. They will change as new software comes along, as new knowledge comes along, as new clients come along, as you upskill your clients and work with larger clients, more complex clients, those are all going to change. So be looking at process all the time. Number 7, meeting structures. We get meetinged out much of the time, and those meetings are so crazy sometimes. What structure are you going to put around your meetings? How often are you going to meet? What's the agenda going to look like? Who's going to drive that meeting? I encourage you to empower other people on your team besides the leader of the CAAS department to do some of those meetings. The leader doesn't have to lead all the time. The leader could actually empower other people within those meeting structures. I encourage that. Let's talk about the one-to-one process. I really believe that the power that comes with a lot of CAAS departments is one-on-one processes or one-on-one interaction and communication. I'll start internally. Make sure that every single person on your team has somebody that they have a one-on-one with often to talk about the projects that are going on, to talk about the clients that they're working with, to talk about the work that's being done and what could be done better. Make sure that you're looking at those one-on-one processes within your team. Also, where can you have one-on-one touch points with your clients? Because the relationships you build with them are going to build the CAAS practice. Make sure you're having one-on-one conversations, both internally and externally, and make sure that those are productive and efficient meetings. The last thing I'll talk about is just the technology foundation. Again, this could be an entire podcast. What I would tell you is take a step back and look at the technologies that you're using today. Become nimble, become focused, become laser focused, and don't let yourself just do anything that the client has. You choose. This is your business. You make the model the way you want it to. Choose your technology carefully, then really help your clients understand how to use that, and really make sure that you're doing what is best for not just your firm, but for your clients as well. Wow, that was a lot, right? And you have a lot to do when you're the leader of the CAAS area. But let me tell you, it is absolutely imperative to your success. I want to thank you so much for joining us today. Listeners, if you enjoyed our topic, look out for new episodes every Tuesday morning. We like to rotate those topics and the themes, but the common theme among all the episodes is that we believe they are critical to your firm's growth and success. So please subscribe, and thank you so much for listening.